I was working as a delivery guy when I accidentally delivered a ring to my own girlfriend from another man. I never thought my side hustle would ruin my entire relationship. I was 20, broke, and trying to keep up with rent while saving for school. I worked days at a tech support call center and nights doing deliveries for this high-end app that catered to rich neighborhoods in my city. It wasn't glamorous, but the tips were good, especially when people were drunk or feeling generous. My girlfriend, Maddie, was my peace. We'd been together for almost a year. She was the softest part of my life. Beautiful in that effortless, cozy sweater kind of way. You know the type, always smelling like vanilla, laughing at my terrible jokes, and sending me selfies that made my heart ache when I was stuck at work. She worked at a yoga studio and wanted to start her own wellness brand someday. I believed in her, and I think she believed in me too. We had dreams. Or at least, I thought we did. It was a Friday afternoon, and I just picked up a small, slick black box from a fancy jeweler downtown. The order said to deliver it to a penthouse suite in the Avalon, one of the nicest buildings in the city. I looked at the name, 2ML, same initials as Maddie. I laughed to myself. Wouldn't that be crazy? I took the elevator up. Everything smelled like new money, leather, perfume, polished marble. When the door opened, I froze. Maddie stood there, barefoot, hair up in a messy bun. My Maddie. She blinked. "Oh," she said. "That was fast." I was too stunned to speak. What are you doing here?" She laughed nervously. This is my friend's place. I'm house sitting." I held up the box. "This is for ML." She looked like she was deciding whether to lie or not. Then she smiled too quickly. "Oh, that must be for her. You can leave it at the front desk. I'll make sure she gets it." It felt off. All of it. Her eyes didn't meet mine. Her voice was higher than usual. Something in my chest started to squeeze. I left the package at the desk like she asked, but I didn't leave the building. I waited across the street, sitting in my beat-up Civic, watching the lobby like some kind of stalker. An hour later, I saw her again, in a short dress, heels, and a red coat I'd never seen before. She looked stunning. I watched as a tall man in a navy suit walked up to her, kissed her cheek, and handed her the box I'd delivered. They kissed. Not a polite good to see you kiss. A full, slow, possessive kiss. The kind of kiss that said mine. My hands started shaking. My whole body buzzed with cold. I couldn't stop staring, couldn't believe what I was seeing. I just delivered an engagement ring. To my own girlfriend. From someone else. I don't remember driving home. I just remember the static in my head. My hands gripping the steering wheel so tight they woof. The image of her laughing with that man burned into my eyelids like a brand. I kept replaying it over and over, hoping there was some kind of explanation I missed. That it wasn't what it looked like. That maybe he was her cousin. Maybe she was acting. Maybe it was a prank. But deep down, I knew. I fucking knew. When I got to my apartment, I stared at the ceiling for hours. Didn't eat. Didn't shower. Just laid there with my hoodie pulled over my face, feeling like a joke. I couldn't even cry. I just felt hollow. The next day, Maddie texted me like nothing happened. "Hey baby, wanna come over later? I miss you." I almost threw my phone across the room, but I didn't answer. I didn't block her. I wanted her to twist. I wanted to see how far she would go. So I waited. 3 days. She sent selfies, sent voice notes, even posted an Instagram story. Just a close-up of her hand holding a coffee. And yeah, the ring was not there. Not yet. By Wednesday night, I texted, "Hey, wanna come over?" She said yes in under a minute. I spent the next hour planning everything. When she walked into my place, she looked like nothing happened. She even brought food. Thai, my favorite. She kissed me on the cheek like always and curled up on the couch with her legs tucked under her. It made me sick. This girl who used to cry when I forgot to kiss her goodnight, who said she'd never cheat because her dad did that to her mom, who called me her safe place. I sat down next to her, trying to keep my voice steady. "I've been thinking," I said. She looked up, smiling. "About what?" I pulled a small box from my hoodie pocket, the one I got earlier that day. Her eyes widened. She actually gasped. "No way, are you?" She didn't finish. I opened the box slowly, revealing a silver ring with a fake diamond I bought from a street vendor for $15. It was nearly identical to the one I delivered. Her hands flew to her mouth. "Oh my God, baby." Tears welled up in her eyes. I kid you not. Real tears. She was a damn Oscar winner. "Before I say anything," I said quietly, "I just need to ask one thing." She nodded, eyes wide. "Do you love me?" She nodded again. "Yes, so much. You don't even know." I smiled. "Good." Then I reached into my jacket and pulled out the receipt. From the delivery, with the address, and her name. Her smile cracked. She blinked fast, trying to process. "What's that?" she asked. "You know what it is," I said. "I delivered that ring. To you. For him." Silence. "Then, that's not what you think." I laughed. Loud. Ugly. "Oh, so you just collect rings from random men now? What was your plan, huh? Keep both of us on a leash? Were you gonna let me propose before or after he did?" She stood up. "It's not like that. I was confused. I didn't mean for it to go this far." "But it did," I snapped. "And now you're here, crying over a ring that's worth less than the noodles you brought me." Her lip trembled. "Please, don't do this." I closed the box and stood up too. "You should go," I said, before I really start saying things I can't take back. She didn't argue, didn't scream, just nodded, grabbed her coat, and left. The door clicked shut behind her. And I just stood there, holding that cheap-ass ring. I should have felt better. I didn't. The next few weeks felt like walking through fog. I kept doing deliveries, kept answering customer service calls, kept breathing. But I wasn't really there. It was like I'd been hollowed out, like I was watching myself from a distance. People always talk about cheating like it's one moment, one decision. But they never talk about the slow rot it leaves behind. The way it makes you doubt everything. Your memory, your worth, your ability to ever trust someone again. She didn't try to reach out after that night. Not once. I wanted to believe that meant she felt guilty, that maybe a part of her finally realized what she'd done. But deep down, I knew the truth. She just moved on. I was disposable. A backup plan that didn't work out. And I was doing everything I could to pretend I didn't care. Until I opened TikTok one morning and saw her. It was a wedding montage. Classy. Edited to some piano version of a love song. There she was, Maddie, in a white dress on a beach, holding hands with the same guy I'd seen at the Avalon. He was smiling like he won the lottery. She was laughing, twirling in the wind like she was finally living her dream. The ring sparkled on her hand. My delivery, my role in the story. Forever sealed in some perfect little video. I don't know why I clicked on the comments. Maybe I wanted to torture myself. The top one? "Oh my God, you guys are perfect. Goals." And then one from her account, replying to someone. It all happened so fast. When you know, you know. I stared at the screen for a long time, my thumb hovering over the like button, like I was deciding if I should laugh or cry. I didn't do either. Instead, I made a burner account and left just one comment. "Nice ring. Hope your delivery guy got a tip." A few days later, I got a message from an unknown number. It was her, Maddie. Just 2 words. That was low. I didn't reply. Not because I didn't have anything to say. I had too much. But I realized in that moment that the best revenge wasn't a comeback. It wasn't screaming or exposing her or even throwing her stuff out the window like in those viral breakup videos. The best revenge was not caring anymore. I deleted the burner account, deleted her number, and finally, deleted the picture I kept of us on my lock screen. The next day, I took a delivery job across town. New neighborhood, new faces. And for the first time in weeks, I played music in my car again. Loud, windows down, sun in my face. I wasn't okay, not yet, but I was free. And sometimes that's a good place to start.